the highest office in the land, the issue of Zim asset, which was further underpinned by the 10-point plan for economic growth. Now, between those two, there is now clarity in terms of our policies. There was always some gaps, but now there's clear way which one can take, even options. Parastatals are government entities. And between us, all of us, we have a key role to play. Now, it's true that if we look now at how we are applying ourselves, there's a difference. People will notice differences. We, of course, are in the food sector. There's a food deficit. So we have to play our part. We have got a challenge on our hands, so we must play our part. However, Zim asset does not start at national level. It starts at provincial level, even at district level. In Masvingo, for example, have they got a milling facility? Have they got a bakery? Have they got an abattoir? Have they got a dairy? These are minimum questions. If they don't have a dairy, it means they are importing milk into Masvingo province. Zim asset would address that, increasing capacity, a milling capacity. Are they importing milling into Masvingo province? And if every province asks those 5 questions, we are already implementing and attending to Zim asset. Some of us take it as an honor that among all capable Zimbabweans, you are singled out to be a chairman of a board. You take it as an honor. And it's an hour. While you're there, you want to leave footprints that look, during my term, A, B, C, D is evidence of what we did. If we have that attitude, all our parastatals, this economy will rely less on the treasury receipts.
Issue of attitude. What have you achieved so far?
Well,
with all these plans and things that you put in place?
When I say we, ourselves and our ministry, first of all, if you look back, there was the issue of Chisumbanje ethanol project.
Yes.
A lot of criticism. But today we are pleased to say that it's part of our life. It's part of our energy drive. We are generating electricity and petrol and jobs, import substitution. These are deliverables which are tangible. We now go to the PPPs. At least 14 out of 21 are now operational. We are producing food. We are producing livestock. We have got a very capable position in terms of wildlife. So we can now take people, invite them to see and showcase what we are doing. One thing we have gained is the confidence of the private sector within Zimbabwe. There's a buy-in. There are people who are now very much inquiring about how can we come in? What can we do? So that's what we have gone through. The image of Arda is certainly improving than what it was.
I'd like to bring you back to the issue we were discussing earlier, issue of small grains, and also marry it to the issue of cash crops. It seems that Arda, in the estates that you have right now, it seems that you're growing more of maize. Why not cash crops? Why not small grains?
Right now, being a state entity, we are just harvesting wheat right as we speak now, but planting maize, we started last week.
Yes.
Because we are responding to a crisis, a national crisis. We believe that under irrigation, we should yield no less than 9 to 12 tons per hectare to augment the imports which are being managed by the state. So as a state entity in a crisis environment, instead of growing soybean and other profitable crops, we have taken the position that we must do maize for the good of our people.
In terms of our preparedness for this season, how are we doing? Because the Met Department has come out and said that this season, this rainfall season, is going to be normal to below normal in terms of rains. Basically, that means drought.
Yes.
So how is our level of preparedness when it comes to seed, for example?
The seed sector went through a very sad development. The effective control of seed we enjoyed in this country for decades is normal. In the last 18 months, there was investment in key seed houses here who are now answerable outside our borders than what they will lead us to believe. So in other words, we now find seed being produced in Kwacha territory in Zambia or Malawi and marketed in Zimbabwe for the single reason that we retain a US dollar here. So that's not good at all. However, the seeds, the distribution of seed, small grains is virtually zero because support required or extended to seed houses which do small grains is very, very poor. either through non-payment or late payment or very little support in terms of research. So we are not bringing in new material in the same way we are bringing in, if you like, our cereals, in terms of wheat, in terms of maize. So there is another issue. And sadly, we do not invest in research all over our organs of production in Zimbabwe, including agriculture. There's poor investment in research. And as a result, we are found wondering, if you don't research, if you don't benefit from research, from yesterday's activities, you cannot do better tomorrow. So research is lacking. And if there's one thing which I would want to appeal to the Honorable Minister of Finance, Comrade Chinamasa, is that Zimbabweans, if there's any tax we can take on board at this hour, is a research tax.
Why is it though that every year, September, October, you start hearing issues of seed, issues of... Why is it that in terms of planning, we always seem to be shocked into action around September, October, and as we're getting into summer, as we're getting into the farming season?
We should be doing things differently. But it's as though we just carry on yesterday's habits. And I think this is where sometimes it's important to shake the tree. The leaves will fall off. That's exactly what we need. In agriculture, we need to shake the tree.
How?
First and foremost, we cannot continue to grow same crops like maize continuously. Maize must behave possibly 30% and change the way we do things. Where is Rapoko? Where is sorghum? Where is millet? Where is tubers? Our potatoes, our sweet potatoes, our groundnuts, our sugar beans, our round nuts. We have got a dozen crops which we should grow in numbers, in hectareage, in districts, respective districts. But it's like year in, year out, we are found on sadza. Well, I'm afraid that is going to be a thing of the past. The weather is now dictating how we are going to survive in this country. Weather is real. Let's be real, Zimbabweans. We have got this wonderful education invested in us since 1980. But if we don't use it, it remains theory and a liability to ourselves.
Wise words coming through there from Mr. Basil Nyabadza, who is the board chair for Arda. Anzi sadza ranetsa muguda sadza chidya zviyo kana remhunga then, because maize is fast becoming a difficult crop to farm in Zimbabwe because of climate change. Mr. Nyabadza, thank you so much for coming through to Economic Forum. All the best in all your endeavors with Arda.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching Economic Forum. For your views and comments, do not hesitate to get in touch with us. The numbers are on your screen. My name is Napoleon Nyani. Until next time, God bless you.